Hey there. So, a lot of us think our insurance policy is just this static, one-and-done thing, right? But what if I told you there's a secret toolkit, something that can turn that basic policy into a personalized shield for everything life throws at you? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're opening up that toolkit and talking about insurance riders.
So let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. Is your policy ready for, well, for real life? All the messy, unpredictable stuff? Having a policy is a fantastic first step, don't get me wrong. But a standard one? It's just the foundation. And sometimes foundations have gaps you don't see until it's too late.
Okay, so what in the world is a rider? It's pretty simple, actually. It's an optional add-on to your main policy. Think of it like this. Your basic insurance is a standard suit of armor. It's good, but a rider? That's you customizing it. It's the reinforced helmet, the stronger shield. It's how you tailor that protection to cover the risks that are unique to your life.
All right, let's dive into our first big topic, protecting your paycheck. I mean, this is the engine for everything else, right? So what happens to your whole financial world if that engine just stops?
Just picture it for a second. A serious illness, a bad injury, and boom, you can't work. Your income dries up, but the mortgage, the groceries, the car payments, they don't. And on top of all that, how are you supposed to keep paying the premiums on your insurance policy, the very thing that's supposed to protect you in a crisis like this? This is where a certain type of rider can be an absolute lifeline. They're called waiver riders, and they are built for exactly this kind of worst-case scenario. We're going to look at a couple of key versions, one that literally pays your premium and another that protects the savings you might have inside your policy.
So here's how they work, and it's brilliant. With a waiver of premium rider, if you get disabled and can't work, the insurance company steps in and pays your premiums for you. That's simple. Your policy stays active. Now, if you have a policy with a savings component, there's another rider that covers the monthly fees so your cash value isn't getting eaten away while you're not earning. The bottom line? Your safety net stays intact in full force without you having to touch your savings. That kind of peace of mind, honestly, it's priceless.
Okay, so we've covered protecting your income now. But what about later? What about the future you? That's where future-proofing comes in. Because let's be real, the person you are today with the needs you have today is not going to be the same person in 10, 15, or 20 years.
I mean, think about it. Your career takes off. You get married, you buy a bigger house, you have kids, your financial responsibilities just keep growing. Logically, you're going to need more coverage. But what if your health isn't as good then as it is now? You could find yourself needing more insurance but being unable to get it, or it could be ridiculously expensive.
Well, there's an amazing solution for that. It's called the Guaranteed Insurability Benefit Rider, or JIB for short. And this thing is a game changer. It literally gives you the right to buy more insurance down the road at set times, and here's the kicker, without another medical exam. You heard that right. No new questions about your health. So you can see why this is so huge from a strategic standpoint. It lets you lock in your good health today for the needs of tomorrow. Your policy can literally grow with you. When you hit those big life milestones, marriage, a new house, kids, you can bump up your coverage, no questions asked, even if you've developed a health condition in the meantime. It's just incredibly smart planning.
All right, now let's shift gears and talk about some of those really specific sudden curveballs life can throw. The big what-ifs that we all hope never ever happen, but that we absolutely need a plan for.
So we've got a few different tools here for very different situations. First, there's AD&D. That's accidental death and dismemberment. It pays out a lump sum if a serious accident causes, well, exactly what it says. Then you've got a term rider. This is a fantastic, cost-effective way to pile on extra coverage for a set period of time, say while the kids are young and you've got that big mortgage. And then there's the long-term care rider, which honestly tackles what could be one of the biggest financial wrecking balls to anyone's retirement.
And why is long-term care such a big deal? Because we are talking about costs that can climb into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, it can absolutely obliterate a lifetime of careful saving. An LTC rider is built to stand in the way of that disaster to help cover those crushing costs so your nest egg is protected for your spouse and your family.
Okay, so we've seen all these amazing tools in the toolkit. The big question now is, how do you actually use them? Let's walk through the strategic next steps to build a plan that's truly yours.
This chart is a great way to put it all together. It's kind of like a cheat sheet for your financial worries. Worried you might get sick or hurt and can't work? You're looking at a waiver of premium. Think your family and finances are going to grow? Guaranteed insurability is your friend. Concerned about a bad accident or the huge cost of getting older? You need to look at AD&D and long-term care riders.
Seeing it all laid out like this really helps you see where the holes in your own plan might be.
So, how do you build this custom plan? It really boils down to 3 straightforward steps. First, take a hard look at your own life. What are your personal risks? Think about your health, your family, what you do for a living. Second, and this is a big one, actually read your current policy. Find out where you're covered and where you're not. And third, please talk to a professional. A financial advisor or an insurance expert can help you connect the dots and find the right tools for your specific situation.
And really, it all comes back to this key idea. The whole point is to carefully review and select the right riders. This isn't about just adding stuff to your bill. It's a strategic process. It's about being deliberate and making sure that the financial protection you've set up for your loved ones is strong enough to handle real life.
So I'll leave you with this one last question to chew on. Is the plan you have right now built for the predictable life you're living today, or is it built for the unpredictable life that's guaranteed to show up tomorrow? Think about it. Which one are you building?